Epilogue. Adam paced back and forth, crushing the resplendent turf between his toes. He tried to focus on plucking the stray blooms from the flowering bush. He looked over his shoulder down the path leading to... No, I will not go. What good can come of it? No. But even as the thought, his feet found the familiar trail, and he was already halfway there. Well, perhaps it may be different this time. Adam shook his head, tossing aside the thoughts of his children waiting for him at the living lake in the heart of paradise. He pushed back his concern, knowing Abel would take care of the preparations. I will only stay a moment, just long enough to. Adam stopped at the sight. He was here. He slowed as he approached the edge of the cloudy precipice, which he knew would clear instantly as his hands touched it, allowing him a panoramic view of all Sheol. I just need to see if... Adam's jaw dropped. He ignored the tattered, burned forms clawing up the edges of the cliff and focused his keen gaze towards the gate. He put a hand over his heart as he squinted at the long-haired figure being dragged across the stone floor. Every day he came here hoping he would not see anyone, at least not anyone new. Adam sunk to the floor. Today hope failed. Another child had come, had died, had lost. He remembered the day Naamah was born, almost the very image of his eldest daughter Awan, yet more beautiful. He stared after her, watching the torment that would never end begin. Adam. Adam jumped at the voice calling him, calling through him. He stood slowly and turned as he prepared to bow. "My lord," said Adam as fresh tears filled his eyes. "Look away." "My lord," said Adam, his voice soft and hoarse, "is there nothing I can do?" The beloved shook his head. "Come with me." Beloved away from the precipice. "But my lord, could she, will you let her come to this place?" The beloved shook his head again. "I could give a sacrifice for her. Would not that cover?" "No, Adam," said the beloved. "That intention would be from your heart, not hers. Besides, the girl is not dead. "What? But how? How can she be in Sheol unless her flesh had perished?" There is a window of opportunity, a span of 3 sun sleeps before all life force has faded, and Satan has enticed one of yours to take advantage of it. A window? Yes, the thing that the fallen have planned will bring great sorrow to your offspring. I came to warn you. Do not go to the edge. It will only bring you heartache. "But why, my lord?" "Many more will go to that place," said the beloved, pausing to lay a hand on his shoulder. "But remember the prophecy and keep your hope. The seed is coming." "Who, my lord? Which child is it? When will they?" And the beloved laughed. "Do not worry. Your child Methuselah will do his part." "What is it he must?" The words fell away with the sight of the beloved disappearing. Adam sighed. "Well, Methuselah it is then." Adam remembered what he spoke over the child as he was born and brightened. Yes, Methuselah, and then the end shall come. The seed must be Methuselah. His name says it all. He will end this suffering. The thought of all this ending cheered him. Adam ran towards the living lake to tell the others. Methuselah bolted upright. He wiped at the sweat dripping down his brow and his back. He swung around, looking wildly at the woods around him. He clasped the scroll under his covering and exhaled. Good. It is here. It is safe. It was the dream again. Methuselah fell back onto his cushion beneath the makeshift tent and tried to recall it. It always began the same. He could see her in the distance, a woman, tall, beautiful, long dark hair flowing. Then he heard the screams, people screaming, crying, and they kept reaching for him, calling to him, and then the water, or no, was it fire? Then he could see the woman through the fire. She was also screaming, crying out. Methuselah started running towards the woman. This time the dream was different. In the other dreams, he had never been able to see the woman. This time he could. It was Naamah. He was sure of it. He'd been hearing rumors, dark tales of something strange and powerful in the city of Nod. Methuselah began tossing his belongings in his sack. He thought of his father. He thought of Enoch. He knew what he must do. It's what Enoch would have done. Methuselah ignored the trembling dread in his stomach as the fiery heat in his gut took over. If I leave now, I can make it by son's birth. If something is awry, the tribe must know of it. Good, said Anami, nodding to Delmar and Azam. He heard me. On to the Seti of Nod. This concludes Enoch's Secret, Citizens of Heaven, Book 1. Please keep listening for more information on how you can listen to The Days of Peleg, Citizens of Heaven, Book 2. Acknowledgements. To my husband Henry, thank you for the gift of time and focus. You are priceless. To Evelyn, Olivia, and Eunice, thank you for being avid readers and editors. To my parents, Eunice and Charlie, thank you for your unconditional love and support. Enoch's Secret, copyright 2012, by Valerie M. Morrow. Enoch's Secret, Citizens of Heaven, Book 1 by Valerie Morrow is licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution Share-alike 4.0 International License, based on a work at http://charismatic.com/Citizens of Heaven audio book series. Listen or download for free. Permissions beyond the scope of this license may be available at http://charismatic.com/permission. Published by Charismatic Consulting. www.charismatic.com. That's KARASMATIC.com. Available now. Citizens of Heaven, Book 2, The Days of Peleg. Enoch, the witness, taken by the beloved at the youthful age of 365, escapes physical death and the coming calamity foretold in the prophecy. He now dwells in the outer realm under the protection of a loophole in the code. His job, record the sequence of the sons of Adam and reports anomalies to the restoration sequence to the High Council. Almost immediately, he notices an aberration. Slight, yes, but if it manifests, his son Methuselah, despite the best efforts of the guardians, could be in grave danger. Dark night, a twisted version of the one mind, has corrupted the sons of Cain, producing forbidden offspring, the Nephilim, plus something far worse, gods. Methuselah must protect his tribe against the violent Nephilim and their divine at all costs to ensure the bearer of the seed survives. The odds are not favorable. Now Enoch must go into the future, after the time of the great deluge, and to the plains of Shinar, into the age of the 14th generation, in the days of Peleg, to prevent the errors of the past from destroying the destiny of mankind. Visit charismatic.com to download a free version of The Days of Peleg audiobook. Again, that web address is KARASMATIC.com. Thank you for listening to Enoch's Secret, Citizens of Heaven, Book 1. May the Ancient One favor you indeed.